it's Mike. Welcome back to Two Sides of the Same Convo. Once again, I'm here with Dennis.
What's up, everybody?
And today we're going to try to be a little bit more lighthearted today because the last couple episodes we've been pretty heavy. Well, it depends who you talk to, but we've had some topics that are kind of controversial and we want to tone it down a bit. Only because we want to be able to have a program that kind of brings people more together. Not to say that those conversations we had before won't, but we want people to be able to engage with us. And that is why we are going to introduce our first guest. Our first guest is Aaron. Aaron, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
Aaron Tornburg, folk singer extraordinaire, nonprofit founder.
Yeah.
And, friend. I've got to know Aaron over, what was it, 2 years? 3 years now?
About 2 years.
2 years. So I had met a gentleman by the name of Joshua at an event where there was a young person that lost their life in Lawrence, and there was an organizing group of nonprofits that came together, in that gathering, Joshua was there, and Joshua and Aaron have worked together. So when I went to where Joshua was working, I met Aaron. Joshua was working for Lawrence Access Television, Community Access Television, and Aaron was on that board and also rented or leased the space next to it where it was One Broadway. I'm a creative. I don't know if I shared that on the podcast. I'm an artist myself. Mm-hmm. So me and Aaron, when I met Aaron, it was just kind of sparks full of creativity. Yep. And so from there, I've had the pleasure of knowing Aaron and his very interesting background story.
Yeah, and I just, of course, met Aaron today, but it turns out we have a commonality. We're engaged in local politics in Southern New Hampshire, and it seems, though, Aaron, you're more engaged than I have. I've only been doing this maybe the last couple of years. So, obviously, the thing that I don't know about is your creative talents. Do you mind performing for us right now, just so I get an idea?
Yeah, I do music along with the stuff I'm doing with different groups. I founded a nonprofit it was a music venue. I'm trying to restart it. We had some bumps in the road. We opened up in Lawrence. I had run with other people. I had been running a music venue in Lowell for a little while. Mm-hmm. I had been on their board, and then I tried to open my own, and I opened that in Lawrence. Mm-hmm. And we had some problems with the building. There was a fire, and then I reopened in this other building in Lawrence Community Access Television building. Mm-hmm. And they had some other issues, and they sold the building, and so I moved out at that point, and now I'm trying to find a new spot to reopen. Mm-hmm. But I was inspired to open that and to have a place for musicians to perform, because I am a musician and a performing musician. I'm involved with different music organizations, and also I am into social action. I believe in a lot in helping people. Basically, that's my motivation.
All right.
So I do it through music and other things, but there's a lot going on in the world that needs remediation. Mm-hmm. And even though there's a lot going on, I like to do lighthearted songs. So this is kind of an in-between song. It's a song that's lighthearted, but with an acknowledgement that sometimes there's darkness. And it's called Only Good Vibes.
Okay.
I got a buzz like a bee. Jump some jazz and come join me. I got a mood, got some mojo. Don't want no blues, let's dance like a go-go. I wanna prescribe only good vibes. Darkness ain't gonna take me down. Come join my tribe of only good vibes. Let's go take on the town. I wanna prescribe only good vibes. Darkness ain't gonna take me down. Come join my tribe of only good vibes. Let's go take on the town. I got a feeling, I got a groove, no double dealing. It's time to move. I got a notion, let's get a playlist. Got a wave like the ocean, no reason to resist. I wanna prescribe only good vibes. Darkness ain't gonna take me down. Come join my tribe of only good vibes. Let's go take on the town. And this is just a really simple chorus that everybody can sing along, so I'm gonna embarrass the hosts of the show and make them sing with me, because that's what you all should be doing at home, listening to this podcast. It's really singable. It just goes, I wanna prescribe only good vibes. Darkness ain't gonna take me down. Let's try that.
All right.
Because I'm a folk singer and I make you sing. Ready? I want to prescribe only good vibes. Repeat after me. I'm going to sing it first.
Okay.
I want to prescribe only good vibes. You try it. I want to prescribe only good vibes. Now listen. Darkness ain't gonna take me down. Now try that. Darkness ain't gonna take me down. Come join my tribe of only good vibes. Now you try it. Come join my tribe of only good vibes. Let's go take on the town. And you, let's go take on the town. Now together, let's do the whole verse. I wanna prescribe only good vibes. Darkness ain't gonna take me down. Come join my tribe of only good vibes. Let's go take on the town. And a solo. I wanna prescribe only good vibes. Darkness ain't gonna take me down. Come join my tribe of only good vibes. Let's go take on the town. Thank you.
Yes. I will say that for a song about good vibes, it does challenge my short-term memory. Even though you said it multiple times, I'm like, I know there's something about these vibes. They're good.
They're good vibes.
And there we go. Well, I'm glad you shared that song with us, and it got me thinking. Before you started playing, you were talking about how you were in all these nonprofit organizations centered around music and creativity. Have you noticed in your, I guess, nonprofit, well, I just say nonprofit, but you're organizing with these nonprofits, that when you saw people come together, that, for lack of better words, and specifically it's stuck in my head, it did bring in good vibes?
Yeah, there's a folk singer, Pete Seeger. He's one of my heroes. Mm-hmm. Pete Seeger, Harry Chapin actually is another one of my heroes, and Harry Chapin quoted Pete Seeger at one point in a talk I heard him give to the radio. He said Pete Seeger told him that he once said, I don't know if anything I've done has made any difference. And Pete Seeger did a lot. Mm-hmm. He was speaking before the House Un-American Activities Committee when the McCarthy hearings were happening in the 1950s, when everybody was being accused of being a communist and was blacklisted, and Pete Seeger was one of those people who was blacklisted in the 1950s and who was unable to work because Joseph McCarthy was not allowing people to be actors or artists because they were accused of being in a communist group, a nonprofit, and essentially it was squelching freedom of speech, not allowing people to do what they do, to be artists. And Pete Seeger said, I don't know if that's made any difference. I don't know if anything I've done has made any difference, any of the speech, any of the things he's done. But when you do those things, you're involved with the good people, the smart people, the people who care. And I think that's really how I have felt doing these things. You're involved with the good people, the smart people, the people who make a difference. And that really is the only reason that you need to worry about why you do these things. Because when you do these things, you find those people. And that's what you do for. You know that the reasons you do these things are because the people you want to know are there.
Right.
And that's, you want to gravitate toward people who care about other people.
Yeah. So Dennis, I know like between you and Aaron, the commonality, at least initially, was creativity, right?
Yes.
But as Aaron was just kind of describing, like trying to find those people who you want to be around, right? In your work, you kind of do similar things, maybe not so deliberately, but you're trying to attract people to good, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, how would I say? So I think for the interesting thing for Aaron is Aaron, to me, does radical things, and I'm sure he looks at the things I do as radical. But like some of the things he does, I wouldn't do because and we have this conversation, and that's why I wanted you to be a guest on the show so we could kind of talk about like these thresholds of like things that I think is unsafe versus things that other people think is unsafe. Like he protests right now, he plays in Burlington at the ICE facility where, he's protesting, once a week with a other group of people that are like-minded. And they're basically protesting against the federal government's move on immigration. I don't agree with the federal, I don't agree with what I'm seeing. I'm seeing people being snatched off of the street and drug away. So that just freaks me out. But at the same time, like with my lived experience of being in the street, like I understand there are also an immigrant population. I'm not going to say large, but there are immigrant populations that come and do lean into drug trafficking and lean into violence. And I'm not for that either, because ultimately I'm a protector of my community. I was born into an environment that just has problems, right? And I'm adjusting and adapting, I think like we all are. The thing that I've always believed is, and what I appreciate about Aaron, like my point is with my background, I grew up, I have felony crimes, right? So as a child, as a young adult, I made some horrific decisions. And I think that puts a ceiling on my protest. Because like if I was to be out there, someone could say, hey, this is a strategic felony. Like they could paint it like I'm trying to do something. So that pushes me back from it, which is a very irritating place to be as an adult. Like you see these things that are harming, and I want to be in a space where I can actively protest, but I feel like my record in my past makes that impossible. To close, what I'm talking about is, sometimes Aaron will talk to me because he doesn't see me in my felony past. He's only met me as who I am now. So like we'll have discussions and he'll tell me. And I remember like maybe 3 weeks ago, he was talking about, and I don't want to put words, you could speak about it, but he was talking about how these ICE raids were reminding him of his own history, and he can speak about that. And I got emotional. Said, Aaron, I can't think about like Holocaust level, like that they're gonna come around here, scoop a bunch of us up, and try to murder us, right? And that's what his really. Well, I'm not going to speak to his point, but my point is, and I said to him, if I was to think that way, it would trigger my felony past. Because the only thing that holds me is my love for my family, my kids. I got these middle school kids. So the one thing that I do believe in is this podcast and us having these heavy conversations, because I'm not, although I have progressed and I am completely a nonviolent, I think we all are, I'm not going to be, for lack of a better word, a sucker. Like, I'm not going to sit and say nothing, and I am going to utilize my my voice. So that's kind of the context. But I wanted to turn to you, Aaron. So if you could, like, from your perspective, when we were, do you remember the conversation we were having?
I mean, the tactics that are being used by the government, in particular for the ICE raids, are the same tactics that were used in really scaring people in early Nazi Germany, and trying to arrest what they called illegal aliens, which became Jews that were citizens. And they were doing that to German citizens who were Jews. They were, they started with foreigners, so illegal immigrants, but Jews became more or less illegal immigrants, and they said, now we're going to round up the Jews. And that's, that comes next. So, it becomes birthright, dreamers, right? So people who were born here, well, they're not really Americans because they're born here, but we're going to say birthright citizenship no longer is a thing. So it's always been a thing. They were legal, they were born here, but we're going to say maybe not. So now that's not a thing. But they think they can just change the law and make that a new law. So you can, laws are just man-made things. And if somebody comes into power and changes the law, then suddenly people are in danger. And the only thing we have to keep us out of danger is our agreement that these things are self-evident. To just go back to the Constitution, we hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal means something. The idea that America is a standard that we hold, that we have a document that binds us together, that says America is a place that holds values, as you know from your restorative justice work. We hold certain values and we agree to those values. And if we as Americans agree to the values of the Constitution, then we need to keep them. And we can't say, well, we're going to just erase certain ones. You can't do that, right? We've agreed to them. And, just because you're the president of the United States, you can't erase certain ones you don't like, right? You can't decide, well, we're going to just appoint people to the Supreme Court that decide we can erase certain ones.
Can I interject? So just for the audience who doesn't know you, what is your intersection with, because you're talking about Jewish history?
Yeah.
So why is that prevalent to you?
Well, I mean, I have, my family originally in the 1830s immigrated from Poland, and we came to the United States in the 1830s, but, we're Jewish, so we came before the Holocaust, but there are relatives that were killed in the Holocaust, I'm sure. And other parts of the family in different areas. I mean, the Holocaust in Nazi Germany affects Jewish people, no matter what. Records of my family are never recoverable because they destroyed them. The Nazis destroyed records. So, all you people who go back to, the genealogy stuff,
Ancestry.com.
Ancestry.com. Those records are gone. for a lot of people who are Jewish, because the Nazis went on a campaign to literally erase the record of Jews existing. They burned them, so there are no records for a lot of people who are Jewish. And you can do some DNA stuff, but that doesn't really go back to family history. And so a lot of this stuff is what the current administration appears to be trying to do with the history of the country by getting rid of the slavery stuff. They're trying to erase the history of slavery in the United States by getting rid of it in the museums. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And they're pretending that's not what they're doing. And this stuff that's going on is, despite my song about good vibes, is not good vibes.
It's definitely
Yeah.
Definitely not. Well, I guess, yeah, I mean, we're trying to avoid heavy, but you know what? I think that's kind of like the place in where we are in the world right now, is that while we're trying to find our tribe and keep the darkness behind, you can't do that just yet because there are just so many things currently happening that are unavoidable and we have to take action on, to address. I know you have other songs that you've created. Is there a song for the current moment that comes to mind?
Like a happy song?
I mean, we would like to be happy, but I mean, no, like kind of describing like what's actually happening in terms of like all the different elements that are, I guess, for lack of a better word, stressing people out and making people worried.
Not really. I haven't been able to do that yet because we're still in it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the stuff that I've been writing is much lighter because I feel like we need that. I've done a few songs that are sort of opposing what's going on. I did one called Superman Was an Immigrant, which is about Superman being an immigrant.
Yes.
But I try to sort of make fun of it more than I try to talk about the seriousness of it.
Right. Well, let me ask you this: do you have a lighthearted song that is hopeful for the future?
I do have a song that is sort of half finished, and I guess I could play that, which is. There is a song that's hopeful for the future that I could do. And I can introduce it by, I'm going to need the words here because it's pretty new.
Okay.
This is a song, I'm debuting it here.
Watch out for the mic. I was watching you perform and I was watching that mic almost hit the guitar.
All right, I'll try to be careful. This is a song about, I'm going to have to introduce it with, this guitar is new to me. It's a 1954 Martin, which is a very special guitar. Not just because of what it is and that it's a really nice guitar and it's valuable, but when I was doing the protests in Salem, New Hampshire, there was a woman who was coming with her daughter. And if you recall, Stephen Miller, during the Washington, D.C. protests, was yelling and screaming about how all the protesters coming to Washington, D.C. to protest were old white hippies. And he said they're all 90 years old and they should all go take a nap. That's what he said. Well, at the Salem, New Hampshire protests that I was going to, there was a woman who was 100 years old who insisted on leaving her nursing home to come protest. So I wrote this song about her. And her name was Kay, and her daughter is Sam. So Sam was talking to me during the protest. Kay couldn't really talk to me much. She was staying in her wheelchair and holding a sign at the protest. And you were there at one of the protests she was at, actually, which was the No Kings protest, which I think was in July, I guess. Is that
Sounds
right?
about right.
Sounds right, yeah. So, anyway, this is the song I've been writing about Kay. And the reason is because in August she passed away.
Oh, wow.
But she was at the No Kings protest in Salem. And the guitar was given to me by her daughter, Sam, after she died. Because I said I was going to write a song about Kay, who said as she was leaving the nursing home, it's worth it. You know, she was not feeling well, and her daughter was worried about her leaving the nursing home to do the protest. She said, it's worth it. I could die at the protest today, but I need to go do it. And so she did. She felt it was worthwhile. So this is the song that I wrote, partly in response to Stephen Miller and in honor of Kay. 100-year-old hippie left her nursing home to fight, to protest once again for rule of law and civil rights. Because we are the people, and the power that we've known has always been together, not alone. A Sunday school teacher named Kay opened a clothing store with used clothes for the poor. She gave them dignity each day. A Sunday school teacher named Kay. A Sunday school teacher named Kay taught her kids the golden rule, made sure they went to school. She started a food pantry too. A Sunday school teacher named Kay. And this is the woman that Stephen Miller said shouldn't be out protesting. This woman who started a food pantry and helped the poor, taught her kids the golden rule, was a good person. Hundred-year-old hippie left her nursing home to fight, to protest once again for rule of law and civil rights. Because we are the people, and the power that we've known has always been together, not alone. They moved to Washington, D.C., protested each injustice they could see. They marched for civil rights. They wanted young men not to die in a war that seemed to drag on endlessly. This family of this teacher named Kay and this is the American who had a right to protest on that day, and I think it was July 4th, No King's Day. We were protesting against the current administration. And she passed away doing what she had a right to do, which is protest against a government that doesn't believe we have that right. A 100-year-old hippie left her nursing home to fight, to protest once again for rule of law and civil rights. Because we are the people, and the power that we've known has always been together, not alone. Has has always been together, not alone. It's always been together, not alone.
I had to like fight back emotion there
Yeah.
a little bit.
Definitely. Aaron, thank you very much for sharing that with us. I think it's a very powerful story. It's a very inspirational story. And I don't mean to be so brief and abrupt about this, but we are about to run out of tape. So I'm glad we were able to record this. This is a very important moment. Aaron, thank you very much for joining us.
Yes.
We're glad to have you for our first guest. You're definitely an enlightened individual, and I think that's perfect for the direction we're going in with this podcast. We definitely want to uplift people. We definitely want to bring more people into the conversation, and we're glad you were able to help us do that.
All right, thank you.
Yes. So for people that are looking to financially support One Broadway and you, what is the best way to get in contact?
Well, you can go to my website, onebroadway.org, which I'm going to start putting up some GoFundMe there. That right now we're trying to do. We're trying to deal with the nonprofit status and get our page back up for the nonprofit funding. But we do have a GoFundMe we're going to start doing to reopen. Right now, that's the path that will move forward. So,
And do you still do the open mics?
we're going to be doing the open mics on live stream right now. Although with Coco Brown, we're working on that. So we're working on that. Yes. So, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.